everybody's got to have learned it by this stage, but it is a gathering that we get together on the last Thursday of every month, and we have topical discussions that are hopefully relevant and hopefully are going to add value. There are 2 or 3 reasons why we do it. One, to give everybody the opportunity to come and visit and say hi and see where we're at. Number 2, for us to be able to record and make available to live stream audiences the opportunity to hear some of our message and gather some of the information and hopefully add value. That at the end of the day is what it's actually all about. And then thirdly, it gets posted onto our website. So those of you who don't know, you are in the offices of Candid 2020. That's the word Candid, the number 20, and then the word 20. We have a website, we have a social media on Facebook, on Instagram. Please go and follow us, because on those social media platforms, on our website, we post periodically changes, little tips and ideas and thoughts that are going to be valuable in terms of your financial planning journey, unlocking the value that Discovery offers and unlocking the solutions that we actually put in place for you. So I hear so often people saying to me, but I didn't know that. And I go, well, follow us on social media. Keep in touch with us on the website, and then come to as many of these as possible, because you will know them. And hopefully tonight's going to be no different. Hopefully you're going to learn and walk away with some ideas. Please do give us thoughts, ideas, tips on what you would like to be discussed in future sessions of this nature. At the end of the day, it's ideally to be adding value. Who are we? Financial planners, wealth managers, whatever you want to call us. We are here to help you create and protect your wealth. That, at the end of the day, is what our mission and our goal is. The team that support me is Lindsay. Lindsay Stradom is a recently appointed CFP. We gave her a big round of applause, I think 2 or 3 months ago. And she's now been appointed into the Financial Planning Institute, which is where all of the certified financial planners are actually registered and use the license, which then gives us guidelines on how to be ethical and run business. So I'm very proud that Lindsay is part of the team and a CFP. We have in the background Estelle, who's manning the camera and is there as our health administrator, employee benefits, wills and trusts, compliance, doing a whole load of different offerings within the practice. And I have no doubt that most of you know her. We have Lisa, who is our life and our investment. Lisa, stand up and let everybody see you. Lisa does all of our life business, our investments business, making sure that our portfolios are analyzed and that our clients know where their investments are, etc. We have Refilware, who is there as the health administrator. She comes in from Discovery, has had many years of experience in the health space and is learning to add value to all of our clients. So that's Refilware. We have Lesedi, who makes sure that everything happens. The tea, the coffee, the bar gets set up, and she does all of our administration of loading all of our clients onto our site. Skeen in the background is not only our master chef, he does all of our short-term insurance, making sure that your cover is in place, guiding you and assisting you when there is claims, and making sure that you're adequately protected and covered in terms of your short-term. And I think I've covered everybody in that space.
Well, you said Estelle.
I did say Estelle. No, Estelle wasn't forgotten. And that's the team that makes up Candid 2020. But we wouldn't be where we are without our clients. So for that, we say thank you. And we appreciate you coming out on this cold evening, because boy, oh boy, that wind when it blows is cold. Although standing here right now, I feel like I could be in a Bikram yoga studio, because I think I'm in the hot spot. But we're going to dive in. Tonight is about unlocking the value of discovery. We do it often because it's intricate. It's something that you need to be aware of. It's not complicated. It literally is a flowing process if you understand what needs to be done next and some of the logic behind it. So hopefully we'll share some of that with you. You have handouts on your seats. If anybody doesn't have a handout, please let us know and we'll give one to you. There is a pen with that, and what we'd like you to do is scribble notes as we're going through it. There will be questions that come in and pop into your mind. Try and stay focused so that you don't get lost in the flow, but make notes. We'll then either discuss them through the presentation and or you can ask afterwards, or you'll be able to hand that document back to us, please, so that we can then obviously see if there's other learnings that perhaps can be put in place to guide you through the process and make sure that you get the answers that you want tonight so that it's not wasted evening. Sit back, relax, enjoy. We'll try and keep it as interactive as possible. Shout if you have questions. We are recording. It will be posted on the site. So if you don't want to be on camera, let us know. Obviously, we'll cover the questions at the end. So are you maximizing the shared value approach that Discovery offers? That's the question that we're asking tonight. And then we want to ask, or are you missing out? Because if you are missing out, we want to hold your hand, guide you through the process so that you're not. How are we going to start? I think to look at it to see that we have various product offerings. I want to start in the bottom corner. We've got Invest, which is where we do our retirement plans, our flexible investments, our living annuities, our fixed annuities, our offshore investments, etc. That's where we're creating wealth. On the right-hand side, I don't know which side we're looking at. The other side, you have risk, which is where the protection comes in. So we're protecting wealth, looking at risk cover in terms of protection of your biggest asset, your income, ability to earn an income, your dread disease potentially, etc. And all of the horrible things that potentially could go wrong, making sure that we have all of that in place. Discovery have their bank, they have their medical aid, and they have their short-term insurance. All of those are product offerings that are making up the suite of services that we use to mitigate some of your risk, to create and protect the wealth for all of our clients. There is an underlying body, I don't know what we want to call it, of Vitality. Vitality is a program, a wellness program that's been designed and exported all around the world and taken up in many, many countries, where we actually encourage people to look after their health. And then when they are, obviously incentivizing them with all of that. It doesn't stop at health. We've also introduced that into the banking side. Protecting your financial status, making sure that you're adequately aware of how to look after your finances, etc. And then on the drive side, on the insurance side, creating a nation of better drivers. So that Vitality is the trying to, Eric, we're trying to.
Are we allowed to ask questions?
You are?
Quick one. Where does Discovery come from as a company? What's its origin?
30 years ago, it started out as a health insurance company, and over those years has evolved. So the initial baby that was born, if you want to use it as that, and I really hope and pray that Adrian Gore doesn't listen to any of my presentations, he might, but from my knowledge and history is that it was a medical aid company that has evolved over the years. And any time any new enhancement is added, it is in a case where we can disrupt the market and change the way people behave and change the way people think about it. But medical aid was the birth of it 34 years ago. If we move on from there, I want to just bring your attention to a reward statement. Anybody in the room know what their reward statement is? And to me, that's almost one. We got one. That to me is probably one of the saddest things, and why we want to actually use that as our base tonight. On the website, every single one of you would have access to the website, www.discovery.co.za. You would log in with your username and password. Every single person who is on Vitality would have their own username and their own password. That means spouses, that means adult children, etc. When you log into the website, the first thing that you're going to see, and this is our landing page on the website, it says there, your Vitality reward statement for last year. And unfortunately, it's there, but nobody opens it up. Nobody has a look at it. And I'd like you tonight to think about it and go home and open it up and have a look at it. The handout is going to ask you a few questions on it. Not only is it available on the website, but it's also available on the app. So if you've got your app with you, you could actually open your app now. You could log into your app and you could actually find your own personal reward statement. Going to show you very quickly where and how to find that.
To access your reward statement, you're going to log into the ordinary or normal Discovery app, the blue and gold app. You'll click on More at the bottom right-hand corner. And there, under Documents, you will see Reward Statement. You'll click on that. And there you go. That is your 2023 Reward Statement, which you can scroll through and have a look at things in more detail. And that is your 2023 Reward Statement.
As you scroll down, there's various aspects. All of those, that slide that I showed you, second, third on the screen, where we spoke about the invest, we spoke about the risk, we spoke about bank, vitality, drive, etc. All of those elements are on your reward statement, and they're broken down. The further down you scroll, the more information there is. Let's just have a look at one or two of the snippets from this reward statement. So this would be the landing page, giving you an indication of what your rewards are and then what other people like you are earning. And when we say like you, we mean your age profile. So we're not comparing a 25-year-old to a 65-year-old. We're comparing 65-year-olds together. We're comparing 45-year-olds together. So when we say people like you, it would be people in your life stage of life at that particular point in time. And what it does is it breaks it down. There's a little arrow that opens and expands to give you additional information. And what you can see if you scroll down further into them, as I mentioned, it's the vitality, there's the car and home insurance, there's the life insurance, etc. And if we scroll down to go and have a look at another page, what we've done is we actually took two people, one at one end of their lifestyle or stage of their lifestyle, not end. One of them's mine, and I'm not that. One at one stage and one at another stage. And we've said, how does it compare? So in the first column, we have the person number one. What is person number one getting back in terms of rewards and financial value? And all these financial values can be explained to you. And that's what our role is, so that we can ensure you're unlocking where you could and should be. In the following column, it's people like you. So in that instance, what we've done is we've done a percentage difference. That first line shows us that person number one is actually unlocking 27% less than the average person that age. And then we look down at vitality, 155% more, or 155% of the value that the other person is doing. And similarly for insurance, similarly for life. Now, when we look at it, we look at person number two. In the investment space, this person is getting 92% more than the average person at that same stage, 487% more than the average person. Now, our job and our role here is to try and get as many people to be unlocking this value, so that all of those percentages can increase and people can benefit from the value proposition offered, which is why you're here tonight. We can see that person number two doesn't actually have short-term insurance. So this person's short-term insurance is elsewhere, or perhaps on a spouse, or not in her or his profile. So it's very clear for us to then see where there would be a big gap, and then to explore what could you be getting and what would those benefits be. So if we continue now to look at the handout that we've given you, some people in the room are already going, okay, let me check my reward statement. Let me check it and see. And that's perfect. Others are going to listen and hopefully go home and look at it and check it all out. If you are checking, scribble down your numbers, because then at the end of it, we can actually guide and help you. When you do get home, if you do check it out when you do, perhaps over the weekend, take us a screenshot and WhatsApp it to us, email it to us, so that we can then go, okay, where are you falling short? We don't know. It's very difficult for us as advisors to be able to pick up that information. We can only do that with your information on your reward statement. So make your notes on that handout, look at it, check it out. And then we'll also then just touch base. And we want to make sure that you are actually generating 150% more than what your average person is. This is a snippet from the actual statement. And I'm not sure how big it is on the screen and how clear it is, but this is talking around the investment space. So if you don't have anything on the investment space, you should be asking us, what am I missing out on? If you have information on there and there are certain lines that are empty, ask us, what could we be doing to be getting additional value? If we look at it, there's fees savings. I have clients who say to me, oh, but my retirement savings is with company A, B, or C. And I go, that's great. But what fees are you paying? And what fees should you be paying if you're on Discovery? This particular person is paying no fees to have their retirement plan with Discovery. In fact, Discovery are paying them to have their retirement plan with Discovery. Jackie frowns and goes, how? And what it is it's a fee payback that is determined by the other products that you have. So that share value, if you're spending here and spending there, we can give back in places. And that's how you can actually get back more than you're actually being charged. Sounds too good to be true, but I promise you it isn't. And I can show you in black and white how and where. If we move on to the next slide, we'd look at the vitality components of it. And I guess to a large extent, that's what we'd be looking at tonight is what is coming through, the vitality. And herein is where the beauty lies to be able to go, everybody else is getting, why am I not? How do I get it? We could do these sessions and I could stand here for hours on end, but eventually you'd all get bored and we would probably tire and fall asleep. The questions you need answered, we can answer in forums of this nature and little snippets on social media, and then obviously sitting with you on a one-on-one so that we can, enlighten you on that. But very much lounge suites, accommodation discounts, car rental savings, fuel and Uber rides, healthy food, cashbacks. And there you can see that this person, where it's highlighted, there is not enough gain compared to what the average would be. So herein lies the secret to be able to say, why is there no healthy food? And if you're at zero, it means there's something wrong with your connection between Woolworths and Pick and Pay, Fix and Discount, etc. And this is a document that we can use to troubleshoot and find out where problems potentially lie. Vitality active gear devices is a big one. I see loads of people walking around with Apples and Samsungs and everything. And in most instances, you can get that up to 75% off or free, which sounds too good to be true, but trust me, I haven't paid for my Apple Watch. If we go on and we look at the next page, we look at the Discovery miles that are being earned by healthy behavior. And I had an interesting call with a client today. In fact, it's so interesting. Are they online? I asked them to come online. 10 years ago, when they were working employed with Standard Bank in the corporate space, Vitality, doing their financial plan. Surely I haven't got time for that rubbish. I haven't got time for that nonsense. I do what I do, and you're not going to get me walking or doing anything. Well, lo and behold, they have retired. They live down in Port Alfred. They have maximize their points that they can earn on activity, which is 30,000 points. So anybody who has not maximized it knows how hard it is to maximize it. And particularly somebody who said they've never ever exercised. She's now maxed out that. And she said, but I'm going to carry on because I get plays on the game board and it's actually money in my bank account. And she carries on. And I said to her, but Louise, it's not only for that reason, it's for your health and your well-being. And she goes, no, it's not, it's for the money. And that was from somebody who said, I haven't time for this. So it is genuinely money in your bank. And it sounds crazy, but well, I like to buy something and walk out the shop and not have paid a single cent for it. And I'm not shoplifting. So it is truly cash in the bank that's there. Going on and moving on with the others, we have a look at the Vitality Drive, the cashbacks on the fuel spend. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. Those cashbacks is up to 50%. Yes, there's mumblings and grumblings because the change happened a year ago where we changed to Vitality Drive 3.0 and it became harder to earn some of those points. But you're still earning cashback. And that cashback in this person's instance is more than they are paying on their insurance. And this is real live data. So it's not making up stuff. The cashbacks on the fuel going into miles, the insurance funder account, the cashback on an annual basis is more than what she's spending on her insurance. It's live data.
Caps at your insurance premium.
But remember, it doubles in the insure funder account. Your cashback doubles.
And we can show you how. We can go through the stats. They're real. They're live. If we move on, I think the life insurance, the discounts that's there, the cashback. And I had an interesting conversation with a client on Tuesday afternoon. And he said to me, but I can't afford to carry on paying these premiums. I said to him, but you're getting 90% of the premiums back in 10 years. He's on the double payback. So anybody who's listening is going, but it's 5 years. He's on the double payback. And in 10 years' time, he'll get 90% of the premiums back. So yes, cash flow. Do you pay it to get it back? And we can have that debate. But when there is a claim against a dread disease or a disability or a death, it was far outweighed the potential of cash flows being a problem.
And I think I'm stuck on that case. Remember there was, before Discovery changed, there was that they put money in fund and you could then use it for tires and whatever, and then they changed it.
Okay. So Tebakazi's gone back a step. She's in the insure. She'll catch up. She's going to come from Saselberg. She's tired. She's in the insurance space, and that's the insurance funder account. And that's what Lindsay is saying is the cash backs on your fuel spend being doubled and using that fund to be able to fund tires and services with Bosch. It hasn't stopped. But in some instances, as in yours, if I may share personal info, is it gets to a certain limit where it becomes, do I carry on and build it up and build it up? How many tires am I going to be able to buy? Or do I take it the ongoing as miles and be able to get my discount like we're going to discuss now?
And then when I say I want to get it out, they say give it up.
Mm-hmm. But what about the tires that you bought and you used 100% of it?
No, they don't give you 100%.
Well, or 90 or 80, depending on it. But it's still, we'll do the numbers. We'll do the numbers. So your life insurance, the cashbacks coming back in. And I think it's just important that if you are looking and trying to understand where the value proposition is, what am I missing out on? What do I not want to participate in? And that's perfectly fine. It's not a one size fits all, but it's then to be aware of what you are activating and what you're not and where you are in terms of that space. If we move on, just a quick change of tone.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Like banking.
It stayed the same for 100 years.
Imagine a bank where the better its customers do, the more value they create that can be shared back with them.
My bank does. They're built as a shared value bank.
When I save more and pay off my debts, I create value that my bank shares back with me.
Now, conventional banks don't share this money with you.
Well, my bank does. As a shared value bank, they designed to.
When I manage my money well, my bank gives me better interest rates. Just ask my personal banker.
My bank pays me when my family eats healthily.
I earn Discovery Miles for staying fit.
Me too.
My bank rewards me for driving well. Does yours?
Discounts on prepaid data,
Local and international flights.
Uber rides.
And Discovery Miles on fuel.
The ability to bank anywhere. We're about to run it up. Anytime!
Banking quickly, simply, and intuitively through state-of-the-art mobile technology that gives you control.
Imagine that.
Discovery Bank. The future of banking now.
So if we move on, we want to just give you an indication of Vitality Money, because that is one of the topics of conversation today. Yes, the reward statement shows the value. Now let's see, how do we unlock it? And if we look at it, there is your Vitality Money status. We all hopefully know what our health status is. Blue, bronze, silver, gold, diamond. Doing certain activities, running, walking, eating healthy food, checking my blood pressure, sugar, cholesterol, that is health. Now we want to look at the Vitality Money side. The Vitality Money status is on your Discovery app, on your homepage. Halfway down, there is a thing that says Vitality Money status, and next to it, it will say blue, bronze, silver, gold, or diamond. If it's not diamond, please speak to us, because we need to make sure that all of our clients that we're working with are at diamond or know how to get there. There are rings, savings, debt, insurance, retirement, and property. And the objective is to close as many of those rings as possible. You can have all of those rings closed. You can have 3 of them closed, 1 75%, etc. And then you need to have some money in the Discovery savings account, and you'll be at diamond. So what we'll do is look at your app afterwards, have a look at which rings aren't closed, guide you and assist you on how to close the rings. If we move on, we have a, not video, no, we have a video that's going to show you just where and how to fill some of these rings.
In order to improve your Vitality Money status, we are going to have a look at your financial behaviors. So if you click just under here, the Vitality Money status, you'll see 5 various rings. And ideally, we'd like to close all of these rings. So how we can do that is, for example, if I click on the savings ring at the top, it will show me how much savings I should have in place in order to close that specific ring. If I've got an investment with an external company, you can add that there by external savings, click on add more, and put the various institution details in and the value. You will also be required to provide proof of this. So if we're uploading something like a statement will suffice there. If we go back, we can look at, for example, insurance. So your Discovery benefits will automatically pull through, but let's say you've got short-term insurance with another provider, you would click on short-term insurance, and there again you would add more and submit those changes.
And that can be done for each ring. So your insurance, your retirement, so anything that you have with another company, you can upload that to get the benefit of having that in place with those institutions. So getting to Vitality Diamond status is critical. People go, why? What difference does it make? And I sometimes say, don't ask why, just do it. Because there are so many reasons in the background. Earning miles capacity, your interest rates, etc. And hopefully some of those will be highlighted as we continue through the presentation. If we look at your money status, a quick, easy way, if you haven't closed all your rings, is to make sure that there is certain savings dependent on the color of your card. So your card, gold, platinum, black, or purple, has a limit of savings that we would like to see in a Discovery savings account. That Discovery savings account, we'd argue, is giving you better, if not best, interest rates in the market. And that in those savings can be anything from a 32-day to a 6-month to a 12-month deposit account or an on-demand savings account. giving you a higher interest rate. With that money in that account, your money status automatically jumps up and you're earning interest on those savings. So there you can see the limits that's there. If we move on, we have a look at the the dynamic interest rates. We have a base rate, and everybody who just opens a simple savings account will get that. However, dependent on your money status, your interest rate is increasing. So it's beneficial to have your money status at the highest level possible. If we look at the next slide, I'd like to just make sure anybody still using their physical card when they are paying in the room. But you could forget your card at home. Okay, so the reality is there's been a considerable amount of fraud, and one of the interventions to try and combat some of the credit card fraud that has been institutionalized is a virtual card. When I hand over my physical card, all the details relevant to a purchase is there. My credit card number, my expiry date, my name, and my CVV number. And as a result of that, just a quick swipe of a hand, and before you know it, your card has been copied and cloned and it's available for theft. So what the banks have done, not only Discovery, but we are incentivizing it, that you create a virtual card. And that virtual card is literally a card that is virtual. It goes into a virtual wallet. And I know it's quite hard to come to terms with this, but I can assure you it's something that's going to become more and more used until eventually we won't have cards the way we know them today. So with that virtual card, what happens is you're creating a card that's not going to be physically presented. It's going to be presented via your phone or via your device on the digital wallet. So the earning capacity of miles when you are swiping your physical card is substantially reduced compared to when you are using a virtual card. So please, anybody using a physical card, I urge you to stay behind afterwards. Let us show you how to open the virtual card. It's going to be explained here, and let's get it loaded and get using it so that you're earning miles, protecting yourself, and obviously benefiting all the way around. So let's just have a look at the virtual card.
Here are the steps on how to load a virtual card on your Discovery Bank app. So firstly, you'll log in to the Discovery Banking app. At the bottom panel, you'll click on Cards. You will then click on the little plus icon on the top right-hand corner. There, you'll click on Add a Virtual Card. You'll select which account, which would most likely be your credit card, and select who the card is for and the purpose of that card. You would choose a PIN. I'm just going to make something up. And there you will confirm and add card.
Now,
done. So then if I swipe along, I already have a virtual card, but this is the virtual card we've just loaded. If you tap on the Add to Apple Wallet, it'll automatically link that card to your Apple Wallet.
That's the virtual card. Now that virtual card is ready, as Lindsay has said, to be added to a wallet. Apple is nice and simple. It's streamlined. You just click Add to Wallet. If not, you go into your Samsung, to your Google Wallet. You go and add manually the card details of that virtual card. Mike has said there's some places that don't take it. Typically your older machines where they don't have the tap facility. And in those cases, be aware. Just If they don't, they don't. Physical card is there and available. I don't even carry my physical card anymore. I really don't.
I don't even carry a wallet.
I don't. I don't carry a handbag. I don't carry a wallet. Everything is on my watch. So with my watch and my phone, I have a little box in my
Tupperware coin
box with 5 Rand coins and all sorts, and that's where and the other day we actually had a car guard who says I use Zapper. So it's coming. It's coming. So the virtual card, I really do strongly recommend, not only protection for your safety of the card, but obviously the earning of the miles. If we look at some of the discounts that we're earning in terms of the cashbacks, healthy food, healthy care, these are all of the discounts, and it's up to. So it's dependent on what type of bank account you have, just a credit card, a transaction account, a savings account, or the whole suite. Is it a black card? Is it a purple card? Is it a gold card, etc.? So all of those discounts are dependent on that, on your money status, on the spend on your credit card, just unlocking more and more value as you go. If we look at the flights, we've got the international flights. Please remember, book 6 weeks in advance for the international flights. You have an opportunity of up to 2 discounted flights and per annum. And then you have your local flights booked today, flight tomorrow, whichever you choose, unlocking that discount. All of this is done utilizing the Vitality travel platform that is on the Discovery website or on the Discovery app. So please don't be going into FlySafair, booking your tickets and then expecting the discount. Unfortunately, it has to run through the platform. And that discount can be up to 75%. Which allows flying down to Cape Town, Durban, and overseas a lot more affordable than when you are paying 100% of the ticket price. I think what's important there is to know the partners, familiarize yourself with them, and then obviously book those tickets while you can.
The ticket has to be for you.
Yes.
For your family.
So it's going to be you are unlocking the discount. You can book a ticket for a family member that's not part of Vitality, but the discount won't apply. The discount applies to you, the individual. And that's why I also mentioned each and every person has a username and a password. Some people say, well, I'll get that Vitality money status up. But if you are going to be flying with that person, you want an equal discount. One of the other thoughts is there is 6 return tickets locally. So what I say, 6 tickets. Be strategic if you're flying often. Use the discount for the expensive tickets, Christmas time, Easter, public holidays, etc. And the ones that are happening sporadically in the middle of the week, use your 10% discount so that you can actually be strategic in the discount that's being applied.
How do we get our international flights? Mine was at least 45%, and it dropped between 2.
So something will have fallen off. If you look at the on the app, when you go into your behavioral discounts that's there, there's a little world and there is a flight in that little world. If you click on that and click on it again and go further down, it will tell you what you need to do to be able to get your discount back up to the level it was. It may be your spend might have dropped. It may be one of your statuses have dropped. So we'll have a look at it afterwards and then give you some feedback on that. It's important that you know what your maximum is. And if it's not at the maximum, that you speak to us to get you there before you book those tickets. Travel, car hire, accommodation, etc. Loads of different, and don't forget of those. You know, at the end of the day, when we are going down to Cape Town for a trip or whatever it may be, see clients, we'll then have a look and see what is it costing for all the car hires, and then we'll see what Discovery is offering. And to this day, we've always used the Discovery discount. It's been the cheapest. Secondary cards. Anybody who does have a secondary card is able to use the primary cards details and shop, etc. But when it comes time for buying those tickets or getting those discounts, you're not going to get the discount. It's not your card. So I would be strongly recommending that anybody with a secondary card actually explore the option of opening their own account, running their own journey so that they can get those discounts.
Welcome Home Loans, the first and only shared value home loan from Discovery Bank. Because what's a home without a couch to relax to the max? A kitchen stocked with everything, including your dream coffee machine. A bed to properly rest your head. Bedding with the perfect threading. And an outdoor area to unwind in style. That's why with Discovery Bank, you get up to 15% back in Discovery Miles at our premium partner network, so you can turn your house into a home. Discovery Bank, the future of banking, now.
Discovery have launched into the market, and again, when they do, they look to disrupt. They have launched home loans, and with their research that they did, they established that the average age of the account holder, the bond holder, is going to possibly be indicative of whether or not they are paying the right interest rate. Typically, people between the ages of 28 and 38, 40 should be revisiting their home loans. Because what has been experienced is their home loans would have been achieved at a time where their career was at a starting point, their financial capacity was not perhaps where it is today, and as a result, they may well be paying a higher interest rate than they potentially should or could be. And Discovery have come in with discounted rates based on our shared value proposition, again offering a discounted rate on their home loans. We have a calculator that we use when we sit with our clients and do home loan calculations, and seeing a 1% differential on the home loan interest rate is substantial over a 20-year term, and could, in actual fact, allow you the opportunity to pay your bond off 6 or 7 years earlier. So it's very important that people understand what interest rate they're being charged. Let us know, and we'll give you an indication as to whether or not you're in that category. It's not for everybody. If your bond is 20 years old as such, then you're probably paying a lot different rate than you would be offered now in this economic environment. So it's not for everybody, but certainly something to be considered, and adding in all the partners just makes it incredibly beneficial. We did a home loans talk last month, or 2 months last month, and when you see the 30% discount that you can be getting from furniture at Choreocraft and at Volks and all those places, it really does make it really worthwhile looking at and considering it.
You have to have the bond to get those discounts, and
so your bond, so these discounts are on top of the bank discounts. So the bank discounts that you've got are yours. If you had a home loan with Discovery, it would double. And there are certain other partners that are interested. Why is it not?
if your bond's paid up, you're screwed.
Okay. If your bond is paid up, you're lucky. Absolutely, absolutely. So if we look at how do we earn Discovery Miles now, and this is just a quick short snippet in terms of some of the partners that we have. giving you an indication of some of our partner stores on the miles and how you earn it. What affects your earning capacity? First of all, your money status, as we've said, activating your active rewards, health, drive, bank, playing the play on the game board on a weekly basis, all accounts to money into your bank account, spending, using your virtual card, earning the maximum amount of miles that you can, cashbacks from Pick and Pay, Woolworths, Clicks and Discount, Total Sports, etc., coming back into your account in the form of miles. Cashbacks on your fuel spend coming back into your account in the form of miles. Uber, all of those discounts all come back into your account in the form of miles. It's dependent on the suite, the card, the color, etc. And obviously then trying to maximize that as much as possible. And then your life policy, having that debit order coming off of your Discovery Bank account, you're earning miles for that debit order having come off of that account. And all of those miles, as you saw in the slide, is a far higher value than cash. Our competitors aren't giving you discounts or miles back for spending and having your debit order going through. If we look at your miles, how do we see it? Where do we see it? On the Discovery homepage, on the Discovery Banking app, is a section called Discovery Miles. And if you click on that, it will tell you how you're earning. And if you click on all of the subcategories, you will see how much you got back, and you can scroll back on each of the previous months. So you can track to see, am I getting my healthy food spend back? Because it would come through in that cashback. Then when you're spending, you would be spending it in store, and you'd be spending it online, preferably in those two places and those two places alone, because you'd be getting your discount. And if you do it on the 15th of every month, you'd be getting your double discount of up to 30%. So we always say, please don't use it to buy tickets. Please don't use it to turn to cash. If you're going to do that, send them my way. I'll buy them from you because they're valuable. Rather use them on the 15th of the month, double your discount in store or online. And that's how I walk out the store with my pair of sunglasses, and I haven't paid a cent for them. I've earned it all from my behavior. You had a question, Jackie?
And you answered it, thanks. Okay, so that play, if you don't play it weekly, you lose it.
So every Wednesday you must check. Every Wednesday morning, first thing.
I know, I'm accumulated and I'm going to wait, okay, then I play longer, whatever, but I don't have too much time to, so.
Yeah. In the loo.
You get 150.
So please remember the miles. There is so much information that we could be sharing with you. And we want to end off by just, reminding you of what we're doing. We're creating and we're protecting wealth. We're using solutions to just enhance that whole solution that we're putting in place for you. We're wanting you to find the solution to invest, to protect your family, to protect your income, and at the same time give you this whole shared value system that Discovery have to offer. And I know it's frustrating on occasion when this rule changes and that doesn't work and whatever it is. Don't lose sight of the fact of what we're doing in the bottom. Your medical aid, your car insurance, etc. And this vitality is just the cherry on top that's just making it extra powerful from that perspective. A lot of people say, should I have all my eggs in one basket? And my simple answer is, you can't afford not to have them all in one basket, personally. I can't afford to not have all of my eggs in one basket. And that's not because I work for them. It's because I can see the value proposition that I get. Sometimes they're for the better. I'm going to, yes, Mike.
Thank you. Just on, sorry, on this, on clicks. Your MSA has run out. Now you go and get your monthly metal slips and then you link to your credit card and it goes off. You earn absolutely no miles for that transaction. If I had to take them and go and pay at the top with my credit card, virtual credit card anyway, you'd earn some miles, wouldn't you?
That's a valid point. That's one that I think we need to do some investigation on because I don't think it's actually been thought through but I could be wrong. So we'll come back to you on that one. What Mike's referring to is health pay. Health pay gives you the opportunity of your credit card being used when there is a shortfall at the chemist, at the dispensary, which is very convenient and useful. But he's asking, would he be earning the miles? So that's the question we'll come back to, or not. Yeah, so we'll come back to you on that. It's a valid point to investigate. There are a couple of special offers that Discovery are running at the moment. We have an investment product that is unbelievable. It's called the Capital 200. It's the first time that it is going to be tracking the offshore funds, the offshore indices. What it does is it has a given date of the investment, 15th of July. And on that date, the FTSE, the MSCI World Index will be pegged at that value. If there is a positive over the 5-year term, you will double your investment. It's a tranche that runs periodically on our local funds with local money tracking various markets. This is the first time where it's actually money going offshore and being able to track offshore markets. We've had various tranches over the years and only one that has not doubled. Every other has doubled over the period of time. So it gives you a great opportunity. If you have funds offshore already, you are able to invest in this fund using those. So it is an option to consider, or of course, new money going offshore. Very nice, exciting one not to be missed. And then we have a dollar life plan, which gives us the opportunity of buying life protection in dollar terms, giving you the opportunity to peg the value of your life fund with a rate of 14.90 Rand to the dollar, as opposed to the prevailing rate of 18. So some very nice benefits and special offers that's available there. Speak to us soon before they run out. And with that, we're coming to an end of the discussion and the presentation. We do have our topic for our last Thursday of the month club for next month, and it's going to be on the two-pot system. The two-pot system is new legislation that is coming into play where individuals will be able to access their retirement savings during their lifetime as opposed to waiting to post-retirement. There are many pros and cons to it, and it is a very contentious issue. However, it will be introduced on the 1st of September, and it is going to cause a lot of confusion in terms of retirement savings, what it's going to mean for people that are still working and accessing their funds. So please do join us. We do have an HR employee benefits event that is available for individuals who have groups. So anybody who knows any HR managers or employers that actually have employee benefits, pension, provident funds in place, or wanting to introduce pension or provident funds, please send them out this invite. Let us know. Let us get them there. It is at head office. It gives you the opportunity to understand how the two-pot system is going to affect everyone. We will be doing it in a smaller session after the event, but please, if you do know HR people, let us know. We'd love to have them and invite them to that event. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to remind you that we're here to protect, we're here to create your wealth, We have a QR code that is available. If you don't have our business card, please click on it and you'll be able to download all of our contact details. We also have little QR codes linking into our social media. Please go follow us. Please don't be that person that says, I didn't know. Because if that's the case, we need to be letting you know. And with that, we want to just say thank you so, so much. We do appreciate your time. We do hope that we've added value. Please remember to hand back your handouts. Please stay with us and let us help you and guide you. Have another drink with us. Help us finish the little bit of food that's left. We'd love to just sit and chat. And if there are any questions, I'll take them now. Yes. So everything we're talking about, this whole presentation will be on our website. So if you go to www.candid2020 in our blog section, this entire presentation with the slides, with the audio, will all be there for you to look at again and go back and reference if you need to. And that's what we bring to you from Candid 2020. We thank you for your support. We're always looking to grow, so please bring your friends and your family and share our name. We'd love to have some new faces in our room, and we'd love to have some new clients on our books. Thank you. Go home and stay warm. And I hope you have a lovely long weekend at the end of June. Thank you.